did happen to discover things about future elements that might be generated from scientists, and as I was doing this research, I came up with this last poem, and thank you all very much. This is called G-Block. While researching cold fusion to learn about the latest periodic table elements, I see a sentence to a link for approaches to element 120, UBN, unbinilium. And I think, oh no, this can't be. The periodic table only goes to element 119. So with dread, I followed the link and realized that scientists can't be happy with the elements they've discovered. Of course not. So even though there's no place in the periodic table for any of these new elements, wait a minute. If they're talking about element 120, there has to be talk about element 119. So I looked it up, and of course, UUE unilium has a wiki web page too. So I look up their supposed location in the periodic table, and they're off to the left of the table in two separate positional rows. You know, to the left of this is an actual regular table. 119 is in the period 8 in the S block, just like its neighbor, 120. Whatever that means. I mean, really, I don't know where these elements are running. But I looked at it. Wait, they said it's just to the left of hydrogen, which is also in that S block. So, in the periodic table, it contains 4 blocks, S, P, D, and F blocks, giving you details about the atoms therein. But then I see a link there for the extended periodic table. Of course, an extended periodic table. So I look, and because all of these are super heavy elements, the theoreticians, including people like Seaborg, who theorize about many of these now postulated elements, they drop this new set of 12 121 and up elements into the G block. Yes, the G block. Ask any prisoner in the G block, and they'll swear the prosecution made everything up to put them behind bars. And I wonder if all these elements, which are still undiscovered, how much of these G-block elements do the chemists really actually make up? But as far as they can hypothesize, this G-block in the periodic table contains 18 elements with the partially filled G orbitals in each period. I've read documents postulating the first G-block elements at 121 that claim the hypothesized element 126 could be within an island of stability, which means it's resistant to fusion, but not to alpha decay. They've tried to create element 119, 120, 121, 124, 126, and 127, and some scientists once claimed that they actually discovered an isotope of 122 occurring naturally. But wait a minute, let me think about this. If the G-block is made of 12 elements, that would mean that the actual G-block was element 132. And still, I've seen that extended periodic table has superactinides and eca-superactinides listed all the way up to 184. Ransom Fredson. Mumble, grumble. Can elements even actually exist with that heavy weight? Isotopes are some synthetic elements last only milliseconds. And as far as I know, the only way these super heavy synthetic elements can be created is by smashing an atom with a ton of neutrons into an atom of a synthetic element. You know, like with a half-life of like milliseconds. Can scientists ever even be able to try to create these only predicted super heavy synthetic elements? Because it's really unknown how far that periodic table extends beyond the discovered element 118. But some predicted ends at 128, some predicted ends at 155. Some first guessed that the table couldn't go past 137, but then they later calculated the end was 173. Resin, with all these guesses, I can't hear myself speeching, but I'm not quite sure any of these chemists are saying the right answers either. And whenever I'm going to guess if any of these elements can ever even be created. Okay, fine. I'm just a poet trying to learn a thing or two to refresh my memory on the periodic table and keep my science know-how up to par. Maybe I'll just have to wait until they actually discover a new element and be content when they discuss elements in astronomy and science shows where I can actually understand what they're saying and think, wait, I think I knew that. Because Okay, I'm only a poet, but I welcome every new discovery as it comes with open arms.